So the game finishes Celtic 0, Braga 2, and Celtic go 2 home games in a row without being able to score a goal. In that time they did have 2 goals disallowed, one of which clear cut offside. The second one, I haven't got a clue where UEFA have seen the handball in the build up to this goal from Iheanacho. It looks like it hits his head, and if anything, it doesn't even look like it brushes his arm. If anything, they seem to be pointing the shoulder, which it was my understanding that wasn't a handball anyway, but it doesn't even look like it hits it, so that one was really controversial. But regardless of that, Celtic over the course of the season have failed to score already on numerous occasions. We've got the 0-0s against Kairat back-to-back, 0-0 against Rangers, 0-0 against Hibs, and now you're looking at losing 2-0 to Braga at home, which Celtic would have been targeting as a fixture that they would be looking to win in the Europa League, definitely to get them off to a good start. In terms of the first half, I didn't actually manage to catch any of it. I was on the way home from work, but I did listen to it on BBC Scotland. And by all accounts, Celtic actually started the game okay, creating some chances. But as soon as the Braga goal goes in, apparently the tide completely changed in the first half to Braga just looking the more likely team. I have seen the goal back as well. It's a hopeful effort, you would say, from Horta. It didn't look like it had a whole lot of change on it in terms of the dip, and I do think it's just a pretty bad one from Kasper Schmeichel, in all honesty, and a goalkeeper of his calibre should be looking to keep that out. He also looked a wee bit shaky at the back again. I don't know if he's still reeling from that mistake in the Scottish Cup final last season, but and if the whole team is still reeling a little bit from this missed opportunity at the treble last season, and that to be the case. But Celtic changed shape at half time, with Colby Donovan going off, Sriracha coming on, and Celtic matching Braga's back three, and it looked like it had the desired effect. Celtic were creating more chances, looking a bit more dangerous. Taneke, I thought, looked like the bright spark again that something was going to come from. And then Celtic get the slice of luck where it's a bit of a mix-up at the back from Braga. And Iheanacho pounces on the mistake. It bounces, as I said, it looks like it bounces up and just hits him on the head. It's a good finish in the end. But VAR decide to disallow it. I'd love to see the explanation for that. I really can't understand why this goal's been disallowed, but it's no excuse for the result in terms of that being the case. That would have only got Celtic back into the game. And then from there was a couple more chances. Kieran Tierney had a header at the back post from a corner, well saved from the goalkeeper. Credit to the Braga goalkeeper, actually made some good saves in the game. And Taneke beat a couple of his men and fired a shot that looked if he'd got a bit more bend on it, it probably would have ended up in the back of the net. Good reaction save from the goalkeeper, but it is a bit of a nice height for him in the end. And then Celtic just, from there, it just kind of looked like they were out of ideas a little bit. Nobody apart from Taneke looking to take any level of responsibility. And then there's a bit of a calamity at the back between Carter Vickers and Scales. Carter Vickers just completely misreads Scales' positioning, gives the ball to Braga, who don't actually score from the back pass, but they get back. They get a bit of momentum up the park from it, recover, and then get themselves a chance at the box where Schmeichel saves, but he parries it into the danger zone. The rebound comes in. From there, it's blocked by Scales, and then Dane Murray tries to clear it, and he just smashes it off the Braga player. It's a calamity at the back from Celtic overall, in all honesty, and it's 2-0 Braga, and at that point, it's just game over there, and it's not a good result for the Scottish coefficient at all. Hopefully Rangers and Aberdeen can help recover it tonight, although I don't see anything apart from potentially a draw, personally, from what I've predicted. And it's just not a good start to the European campaign. Well, it's apart from Hibs very nearly making it, it's not been a very good European campaign for Scotland at all, and a big deal was made about it before the season kicked off that we needed a good European campaign to maintain our European places, or potentially maintain our European places going forward, and it is not off to a good start. There is, of course, still time for it to be turned around, but at this moment in time, it's not looking good on the European front, unfortunately, for the Scottish clubs. And it's not looking good for Celtic or Rangers at the moment overall. Celtic, of course, only a couple of points behind Hearts in the league, but they look so toothless up front at the moment that there's going to be games that they're just not going to be able to kill off and potentially get hit on the counter and stuff like that. Rangers, of course, have picked up a couple of domestic wins back-to-back weekends, but there's such a toxicity around both clubs at the moment. It's just not looking good for either, so maybe Hearts could pounce on all of this uncertainty that we've got at the moment. Anyway, that's going to do it for the reaction for the game of Celtic 0, Braga 2. As I say, they'll try and go between the Aberdeen and Rangers games to see what's happening on both, and try and give my thoughts on both. I'll be back later on, and I'll catch you in the next one.